Hot dogs are...
I don't care how bad this is. I don't care if they're literally saying they're chopping up people after they die and turning them into hot dogs. Nothing would stop me from eating these. I don't care how bad it is.
all-American fare, but most likely it was German sausage makers who first came up with the idea.
Dude,
In
so
fact,
good,
there are
bro.
reports of German immigrants selling them in push carts in New York's Bowery as far back as the 1860s.
Like, it may not look like much, but you're looking at one of the best things ever created right here.
A century and a half later, hot dogs are still the #1 treat on the street.
Oh, man. I'd love to be laying right there. Just having them rain down on me.
Each individual hot dog is made from a mix of pork, beef, and 2,040 chickens.
What?
The cuts of meat they start with are called trimmings and come from animals that are too sick to be housed in typical meat production plants.
Wait, run that by me again?
40 chickens. The cuts of meat they start with are called trimmings and come from animals that are too sick to be housed in typical meat production plants.
What?
The trimmings are pushed through grated metal plates, simultaneously grinding the meat and producing strings for high-quality mops.
That looks so disgusting, but it is what it is.
Other regurgitated foods are collected and added to the ground meat, followed by food starch, salt, and mustard scooped up from the factory floor.
Huh? What you mean scooped up from the floor?
Ground up pieces of Mars rock are also added to the mixture to give the hot dogs
Oh, this is a fake video!
Ground up pieces of Mars rock are also added to the mixture to give the hot dogs a flavor that's out of this world. Water is added to the mix, which is then rolled to prevent it from hardening into concrete.
Abby with the 5.
Then, corn syrup is also added, because all food products in America are legally required to be at least 10% sugar.
What? That is nasty looking!
The addition of yet even more water helps dilute the product into a flavorless paste, which is
Oh
regrettably
my
pureed into a fine emulsion.
God! What is that actually what hot dogs are, though?
Long rolls of plastic wrap are loaded into the stuffing machine. It pumps the meat in, twisting it every 5 1/4 inches, which is exactly what Paula here wishes her husband would do more of in the bedroom.
Okay, but what are you, bro? Dude, I thought this was a legitimate video.
It takes just 35 seconds to make a chain of a whopping 10 hot dogs. Then, these hot dog chains are linked together and loaded into another machine, ordering them by color.
Bro. Them things look good,
The hot
though.
dogs are drenched in pig sweat to enhance their flavor,
Yeah,
and then
okay, buddy.
they're taken into an oven with several cooking zones. Hot out of the oven, the hot dogs are drenched in chilled pig sweat, this time to cool them down for packaging.
You know what's crazy? All of this could be true and I'd still eat them. That's the most disgusting part about this video. He's joking, bro. Are you dumb? I literally just said this could all be true and I would still eat them. I know it's a joke. When he said Mars rock, I knew it was a joke.
The black stripes on the hot dogs disappear for no reason, and a small child in disguise as a factory worker plays with his food.
That's crazy. Yo, Abby with
The
another
hot
5.
dogs are positioned for packaging, and no matter how humanely or efficiently this process is done, vegans will still complain about it.
Wow. I thought this video was real. Chad, did y'all not think it was real at first? I thought it was an actual how it's made video. Those videos are good. Chad, what's the best how it's made video? Twinkies. Oh my goodness, I remember this show. Oh my.
Hello and welcome to Snacks Unwrapped, where we're going inside the wrapper to uncover the truth about our favorite between meal treats. I'm Mark Summers. Snacks have been around, well, probably since someone stopped in the middle of the day and said, "Hey, I'm hungry." In fact, the oldest snack is believed to be pork rinds. They're popular now, but they were popular centuries ago in China. So let's start unwrapping. Recognize these little yellow sponge cakes?
Yeah.
Hostess Twinkies. They're more than a snack. They are practically a food group. You could trade a Twinkie for almost anything at school. And here's the tasty tidbit. They're named after a shoe called Twinkle Toes. So let's head to Twinkie Central, the Hostess Bakery in Schiller Park, Illinois, and get a tour of production.
Twinkies!
Here in Schiller Park, Illinois, they've got decades of experience making Twinkies.
No, they ain't gonna show us like what it actually is though. This is too friendly. It needs to be somebody with a hidden camera back here.
In fact, it's where the cream-filled snack was invented in 1930. It all started with a plant manager named Jimmy Dewar, who had lots of unused baking pans shaped like dessert shells.
One day he was driving down in St. Louis and saw a Twinkle Toes billboard, and he got the idea of calling the product Twinkies, and he would take the
Dude,
desserts.
everything is stolen from something. That is the sad part about life. Dude, everything is stolen. What is even original?
Shell, inject it with cream, and call it a Twinkie.
Dan Angst is general manager of the Hostess plant, so he knows the golden facts about Twinkies.
The process of making a Twinkie starts
I want
with
one of those shirts, by the way, just saying. That thing goes hard.
making the dough.
Take one huge mixing bowl. The big ingredients like flour and water are dropped in by a machine. Others in smaller quantities are added by hand. The mixer is a guy who supervises the whole process and knows when the mix becomes a batter.
This ain't nasty enough. I need it to be something like gross. And to be like, oh my goodness, they do that? You know what I mean? This is all too friendly.
The batter is pumped into individual molds, but look carefully. The curve comes from the shape of the pan, kind of like a bread pan. That's a secret. Twinkies are actually made upside down. All you see as they bake is the bottom of each cake.
After the mix is done, we pump the dough into the pan, and the pans go through a 75-foot oven for approximately 12 minutes.
75-foot oven. That reminds me of that Mr. Ballin video where that dude went in to work on that oven. He got trapped in there and they cooked him alive. Y'all remember that video?
Obviously, you don't want to bake it too long because if it gets dark, people are used to a very nice, soft sponge cake.
How y'all not seen that?
After the oven, the cake cools for almost 45 minutes, while the filling is made in another part of the plant. And here's a little-known secret about the filling flavor.
What?
Originally, the first Twinkie was filled with banana, but during World War II, there was a banana shortage. And so they had to change to the vanilla cream filling that everyone enjoys today.
Hey, that was a good move, because ain't nobody gonna eat them things if it's banana action. Ain't nobody trying to eat that.
Next, let's uncover the secret to filling a Twinkie. It's these metal tubes which inject the cream into each sponge cake, and all you end up with is 3 little holes.
To make it look very presentable in the package, we have the 3 entry points of the needles that fill.
Man, Twinkies are boring, bro. Ain't nothing special going on with no Twinkie action.